Now, let's tap in with that, man. I want to ask you about that. Like, what was those times like? What, you know what I'm saying, working with Coo Coo Cal and stuff like that, and just being around that time.
Well, you know, it was fun, exciting, stressful. All in the whole bag, all in one. You know, actually, because I'm going to actually shoot that movie next summer. If recording stories, the making the Rise and Fall of Coo Coo Cal. Actually, you can watch the Rise and Fall of Coo Coo Cal right now on Amazon Prime.
That's right. Tap in.
It's a documentary. Give you a little bit about it. But we both basically started. It was me and my cousin, Mr. Do It to Death. He was a rapper. And he got into a situation, and I had a little money on me, so I got behind him, and he introduced me to my man Big Hank. So we had created a force together. So we went through ups and downs of that, and my man Seven brought me an artist by the name of Coo Coo Cal.
Yeah.
So we did a song called Why They Call Me Crazy, and then My Mercy. And man, it was so hot, man. It was something like you never heard before. So we just took the act on the road, selling CDs out the cars, and going state to state. The same time E40 was doing it, we was doing it that long ago. Hooked up with my man Smalls and Raph and my man QC. It was 4-5. So we came together and made Infinite 4-5, backed by Black Mafia Music and PPD Soldiers. And we just started a movement in Milwaukee and around the world. Man, that was dope, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. I seen that in my projects video. Come on, BT, boy, we was geeking. I'm gonna tell you the first one of the biggest things that the whole situation was that my man Do It to Death. He always has creative with the headbands and stuff like that, designing. But I had made this poster when I first got with Coo Coo. It's called Why They Call Me Crazy single, but it had Mr. 211 on there. He had this big old gun. It was like a real 357. And that one really started. I mean, because the news cameras, Homer below got on the radio, everybody was just like, we never seen him like this. Like, don't like he won't shoot you, like he will shoot you. Right. That kind of like started the whole bad boy thing. If they record like a bad boy name.
Yeah. Man, now let me ask you, like, what was those times like, man? Because, you know, like, y'all was like back then, you know how it is now, like, it's easy to pick up a camera and get somebody to, you know, shoot you a video, or you can record your own music at your house. Like, what was that grind like in working with Coo Coo Cal? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that like? Just because, you know, back then y'all had to
reels.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And y'all had to go to take these trips and all that stuff and put money behind it.
Man, before that, like in today's world, like right now, you have this podcast with a computer. You can put 1 million things on with the external hard drive or a flash drive.
Right.
We had to buy these $250 reels, used now. These used ones. Yeah. So you had to record it with somebody, and you only get like one song on it. So imagine doing a 15-song album. And if you fuck up, you got to get a whole new reel.
Yeah.
So we come from the real era before the DVD, the DATs came. We had the reel. You had to take it from the reel, mix it down, then put it on a DAT tape. Then they'll get it pressed up. Mm-hmm. So you got to imagine the struggle with that, first of all. And then I'm dealing with an artist who had a habit. So now I'm chasing him in these drug houses, but I believe in him so much. I treat him as a man, never as a drug addict. Yeah. So I'm chasing him down just to get songs done. And then at the same time now, you got some young men who doing something different. We put billboards up. We looking like a real record company. Mm-hmm. Here come the feds. What the hell they doing? Where they get this money from?
Right.
You know, so it was a rough,
can't do nothing good without them coming.
Yeah, in Milwaukee. Cause you gotta remember my man's Ralph and Small and them back then. He was one of the few people running around here. But my man Small, he was the only one with a Range Rover besides Ray Allen.
Yeah.
My man Ralph had the 600 coupe Benz. Well, nobody riding with that ball players didn't have that.
Right.
So they looking at us. We got the Range Rover, the new Navigators,
and raise the eyebrow.
So now it's like you try to do something good, and everybody thinks it's coming from something bad.
Yeah. Man, that's interesting, man, to hear you say like how you was dealing with an artist who had a habit.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask that too. I never got to ask that question to somebody, like, but you've been there. Like, how did that make you feel, like seeing like how talented, you know, Coo Coo was and stuff like that, and how far he could have went, but you know, the downfall?
Well, in the beginning, I would say I didn't know he had a habit at all. My man Seven brought me to me. That's all he started. I had a little habit, and he's still so talented. And I never really treated him as a drug addict. So I really never paid attention like that at the beginning.
Right.
But the farther we got, I see the worse it got. I know, at first I know a lot of people in the industry basketball players, athletes, entertainers, a lot of them get high, use drugs. Look at DMX. But he was great. He sold millions of records.
Yep.
Rick James, you know, saying all these white rock artists, but they still function and sell millions of records. And when I knew this happened was overtaking his talent when I couldn't get him to do things to see the bigger picture. And that was one part of his falls that, you know, he couldn't control his habit.
Yeah, man. That was sad, man. We was all rooting for Coo Coo, man, and, you know, Baby Drew and all them, man. But to hear somebody that's really been around that situation and been around them times and helped invest in that, man, I want to give you your flowers, man.
People